me to Islam. I'll tell you the dream, and then I'll tell you God's interpretation of the dream. It was my cousin, friend, and I. We went into a cafe, restaurant. They sat down at the table, and I kept going all the way to the back. In the back, it was the kitchen area, but it looked like an open market. And there were Muslims from everywhere around the world shopping. And I knew they were Muslim because of the way they were dressed. They were also these big sinks, and they were bricked in. So I took off my shoes, and I got into one fully dressed. And the water was kind of murky, so I'm reaching inside the sink, and I felt a knife. And I said, somebody's going to cut themselves on this. I began cleaning everything that was in the sink and putting it to the side. Then I drained the water, cleaned the sink out, went underneath the faucet and washed the dirt off of myself and my clothes. Stopped back up the sink, put fresh water and dish detergent inside. And as I'm getting out, this gentleman took my hand and helped me down the rest of the steps. I said thank you to him. I'm walking away, and he said, Tanya? And I said, yes, here I am. He said, Hadassah, hold out your hands. I said, he just called me Tanya. Now he got to call me Hadassah too? So I held out the palms of my hands, and he put a ring in my hands. When I tell you that ring was gorgeous, it had a gold band and this big, beautiful black, shiny gemstone. I put that ring on so fast, I ran to my cousin and my friend. I was like, look what God gave me. My cousin got up, she was hugging me, congratulating me, and my friend got up and walked away. So I walked out, I caught up with her, and I was like, I'm still your friend. And then I woke up, and I was like, okay, what was that about? Because I think I know what it was about, but I want to hear your interpretation of it. God told me to fast for 3 days and to read the book of Esther. Now, this is before I was Muslim, so of course I'm reading the Bible. And I have read the Bible from cover to cover several times. That was the first time that I noticed Queen Esther's Hebrew name was Hadassah. And later on down the line, I found out that there's a Hebrew book called the Tanya. And I understand the significance and importance of both books. I did the fast, I read the book of Esther, and a couple of days later I was praying, wasn't even thinking about it, and God started to interpret the dream for me. He said cleaning all of the dishes and cleaning the sink out was me getting myself together first before I can help others. Rinsing the dirt off of myself and my clothes was God washing away my sins. The ring was God telling me He has and always will be there for me. Putting on the ring was showing my commitment to God. And of course, seeing all the Muslims around the world shopping was leading me to Islam. The response from my cousin and my friend, God said that's the way it's going to be. Some of your family and friends will understand that this is your journey and they'll be happy for you. Others will alienate themselves from you. When they do that, let them know you love them and that you'll be there for them whenever they reach out to you. I was like, okay, I understand all of that. What I don't get, you knew you were going to lead me to Islam. So why was I born into a Christian household and you gave them the idea to give me Hebrew names? That part I don't understand. Why? God said to be a mirror. I still don't get it. A mirror for what? For whom? After I had taken the Shahada, a couple of months later in prayer, God gave me a further understanding of that part. It was about us. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. All three are monotheistic, and we all believe that we are descendants of Abraham. Our messengers, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, peace be upon all three of them, the Torah, the Gospel, and the Quran, the message has been presented to us 3 times, and it is clear. Give all the praise and worship to God and God alone. In Islam, we respect and love all 3 messengers and prophets. I can go to any mosque around the world and be welcomed. Doesn't matter our race. When you're Muslim, and you are embraced as family. How is that possible that I can do that? And all of us know that we're related and we all claim to follow and listen to the laws of these three messengers. But in certain cities and in certain countries, I'm not welcome because of the color of my skin. How is that possible? You have to make that make sense to me. In the three major religions, we should be able to come together and be that mirror. If we were all practicing and really doing the will of God, the world would not look the way it looks right now. It shouldn't be this chaos and this much hate. I should be able to go into any state, any country, and commune with my sisters and my brothers. And anyone that says that it can't be that way is a liar. That's just evil trying to keep us apart, keep us separated, keep this chaos and this hate going on. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be the mirror